Hi, I'm Leslie. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited about this video today. You know, you see the computer here, so you probably know what's coming, but I wanted to just say that maybe about a month ago, I binge watched the series Good Girls on Netflix. The first 2 seasons were available then. A third season has just come out, I believe. I've just seen it out. I haven't started watching it yet. So when I saw Retta pop up in my feed for Harper's Bazaar's series, their Go to Bed With Me series, doing her nighttime skincare routine, I just thought, why not? I love her. I would love to do a reaction to her skincare routine. She is, first of all, she's a very funny, talented actress and comedian. She's very well known for her role as Donna in Parks and Recreation. I first saw her in the series Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce. She was just amazing in that, and she's just so much fun to watch. She's so full of energy, and she has a great sense of comedic timing, obviously, and also really excellent at drama and everything. She's just a lot of fun to watch. And on top of all of that, she has really beautiful skin. So I really, with some of the reaction videos, I haven't seen like a ton of them. And I do notice some of them, a lot of young stars and things like that. I love seeing someone who's a little more mature, like I am. I just relate to that. So I'm always even more curious what they're doing in their skincare routine. So without further ado, let's get started.
Hi, I'm Retta, and this is my nighttime routine. First up, so, after a long day of working, I'm usually wearing way more makeup than even this. So I tend to use Comodine's makeup remover. They change the formula often.
I wish I hadn't seen a makeup remover wipe, but let's keep going for a second.
You kind of have to search for what you like, but I tend to have good skin, so I just use their sensitive skin formula. That works for me, but they have a bunch. The reason why I enjoy the wipes is because I'm lazy and I don't like to wash my face. The wipes do a good enough job of getting my makeup off. The thing is, I'm often wearing lashes as I am right now. So I generally start by gently wiping until it comes off. I was gonna say I have never fallen asleep with makeup on, but I do. When I was younger, I did like a cocktail, so I have fallen. Whoa, wow. I look like I'm in a horror movie. But I make a point of not falling asleep with makeup on. And this is very helpful because it's easy. Usually when I work, I've worked a long, long day. And sometimes I'm so tired I don't have time to take a shower. I just want to get in bed and I'll shower in the morning. The wipes are really helpful in quickening the makeup removal process.
Okay, I'm gonna stop there just because, I'm watching the wipe and I'm not a fan of makeup wipes. I have been there and used them. I talked about them in my video of what I'm not gonna buy in 2021 because I have used them in emergency situation and they can be very damaging to your skin. Some of the chemicals and things in them. And what I notice is, you really have to get in there and work with these makeup wipes. I mean, some are surely better than others. I'm not familiar with that kind. I saw that it was a micellar water and for sensitive skin, which is probably better. But I think there's an illusion that it's faster to use a makeup wipe. I would have loved to have seen her use just an oil cleanser right now. And an oil cleanser, an oil balm, like the one I love from the Inkey list, the Oat Cleansing Balm, and there are plenty of other balms. The oil will start to work for you in getting that makeup broken down. So literally just putting it on your face and kind of rubbing it in for a minute, it starts to immediately dissolve and break down the makeup. So let's keep going.
I have white bed sheets, so that's another reason why I choose not to fall asleep with makeup on, because you wake up with your face print on the pillow. And at work, my makeup artist tends to put a lot of eyeliner on me. The wipes don't get the eyeliner completely. And that brings me to my second product. Now, my second product is Lancome's, and I think it's pronounced Bifacil, which is their double action eye makeup remover. And you have to mix the oil and whatever the other solution is. I don't know what's in this, to get a good mix. I will say, if I'm really, really tired and I'm trying to go really, really fast, I'll use Almay, you can't really see it, Almay's eye makeup remover pads. I'll use this to take off the eye makeup if I'm going really, really fast. But as I have time, I have scheduled this makeup removal.
I'll stop there. Yeah, I used to use those Almay makeup remover wipes, and I know the Lancome eye makeup remover is kind of a classic. People love that eye makeup remover. I still will say, if the oil cleanse had happened in that first step, either all of the eye makeup would be already gone in that first step, and if not, it would just not require much more, and that could be kind of taken care of in the second cleanse. Let's see.
I can't say that I've necessarily learned skincare from anyone specifically, because I've always had really good skin. This whole skincare thing is new for me. But I have, between makeup artists and being in Hollywood and getting product in gift bags, I have learned what I like, the kinds of things that I like. I'm a serum girl. Because I do have good skin, I tend to not need a whole lot of things, but I love the feel of a serum. I love that a serum kind of just disappears into my skin and just makes me feel fresh. And so serums are my favorite. Okay.
I love a serum too. I'll use lots of serums. There's so many different types of serums. I'm going to be interested to see where she goes with that.
My next item, I was introduced when I did the pilot of Good Girls in Atlanta, and it's called Erno Laszlo's Hydrophile. It's a skin supplement, and they call it lotion.
She kind of skipped a really important step, which is her cleanser. Really, with those cleansing wipes and even the eye makeup remover, there can be some like residues left behind. They have preservatives and residues that you don't necessarily want to stay sitting on your skin. I know quite often some of these things say, don't rinse away, or you don't need to rinse away, but they really do have some residue that it would be nice to use a cleanser and just balance out the skin, get rid of that residue, and prep the skin for receiving things like then the essences onto the serums. She's got really good skin. She's definitely not sensitive. So let's see what this Erno Laszlo is.
It says lotion hydratant, but I think that's French. I think it's supposed to be lotion hydratante because it ends in an E. I don't know. But it's like look at it. It almost looks like a water. It's not. It's got good stuff in there. So I put a little bit on because it is so like, I was gonna say wet. Yeah, because it is so movable. I don't use too much because it'll spill everywhere. And I put it on, it feels nice. I'm gonna do a little bit more. It feels like silk on my skin. And I tend to do my neck, especially because my makeup artist on the show now likes to get my neck, so I'm always taking the makeup off of there. And it's already in. Look at that. My skin already looks better. I like me some Ernie.
I'm actually gonna look the that product up really quick. Okay, so I just looked up the Erno Laszlo Hydrophile Skin Supplement Hydrating Toner. It has a glycerin base, humectant, so just a very moisturizing kind of toner, but does have some added fragrance.
So the next two products that I use are from the same company.
Motion detected at the front door.
So the next two items that I like are from Balm Labs. It is a Clear Balm Serum Hydrator and the Clear Balm Power Elixir. I use the Serum Hydrator first. This is a brand new thing, so I've got to prime it. Here it goes. I use about that much. It's super, super light. So again, it absorbs really fast into my skin. This feels a little more like a lotion, but again, it's so light that it doesn't feel like you have so much stuff on your skin. When I go to work and we go to do my makeup, I put these two items on before she even starts, because by the time, she finishes doing my brows or whatever, it is seeped into my skin. And then I use the Power Elixir, which is a clear solution. I shouldn't say clear. It's cloudy, but it's not as opaque as the previous. This movement makes me think I'm a blogger.
She's funny.
This kind of seals in the first product. That's not how they told me to use it. I just use it the way I want to. I don't know if I'm using the right one first or not, but this is what I do and what feels good.
Yeah, so these serums, they may have told her to switch those up and put the other one first. That may have more active ingredients. I'm not sure. I want to look those up too. The first one that she said was more of a lotion looked like it might be just more hydrating. And sometimes you want to have the more active ingredients in a serum be on your skin first and follow with something that's doesn't have those kind of, if one has, let's say, acids in it and things like that, you might follow it then with something that's more hydrating. But actually doesn't matter that much. If the one she used first is the more hydrating one, the only thing it could do is kind of buffer the second serum and maybe make it a little gentler even. So, if it's working for her and that's the way she likes it, then that is the way she should do it. I will look up those serums. I'm not familiar with them at all. So I will hang tight and I will look those up. Okay, so I just pulled up the serums from Balm Labs that she was using. One of them that she used first was the Clear Balm Serum Hydrator. That has niacinamide, CBD. I've never used CBD. It's an antioxidant, can be anti-inflammatory, I believe. This has squalane in it, just very hydrating ingredients, but it also has that antioxidant in it. The one she used second had a little bit more actives. It had AHAs and it has CBD. Both of these do have some kind of citrus extracts and fruit extracts and things like that in them. She has normal skin and is clearly not sensitive to any of these ingredients, but if you were looking at it and you do have sensitive skin, those would be things to look out for.
Having moved to Hollywood, everything is about looking young and all of that, and I'm too scared to get my face cut. So I feel like protecting my face as much as I can is important. And I like the way my face looks on camera because I have good skin. I never really cared so much about a specific routine until I was on camera and appearing on television. So my routine has changed. One, having moved to Hollywood and started a career on television. One. Two, once I got introduced to serums specifically, I did love the suppleness of my skin. I did love the feel of how it was. So I will use different serums all the time. I love a serum. I'll try them all. I try to stay away from the ones that are kind of like silicone-y because it just feels too slippery on my face and I feel like it just sits. I love a serum. It makes me feel good.
I'd be interested to see what other kinds of serums she's used. She has probably an instinct of what her skin needs, and she is tolerant for sure of fragrance and things like that. So she doesn't have to be necessarily as cautious about the serums and things she tries, and she's not overly sensitive. There are so many different types of serums. If she's ever used peptides or retinols or vitamin C's, I already want to see what she does during the day for that routine.
So my next product was made by the head of the makeup department on our show, Julie Hewitt, and a lot of people can't use oil on their skin. It's Camellia Oil, but I can. My skin absorbs everything. I don't tend to be too oily, but I particularly like to use it at night. I won't use it in the day when I have a full day. I just use 3 drops. And I add that, and especially my neck. I want my neck to stay young. Is that weird? You know, mommy's aging.
Okay, so the Camellia Oil, I don't know that I've used that either. I'm sure it looks like to be kind of a light oil. I think it's somewhat of a balancing oil. I think that is an oil that can be used if you have a little more oil in your skin. That's a very small amount. I know that she hadn't gone in with a regular moisturizer, and so that oil is taking that step. So that tells me that she's definitely not, overly dry or overly oily. She's really balanced, and it's obviously doing a really good job. I believe that is loaded with sort of antioxidants as well. It's not one I tried, but I would give that a try.
Other things that I do for my skin, I try to drink more water. I'm not very good at it. I do try to drink more water, but I do get facials every once in a while. And honestly, it's only because I love how it feels. Like, I love laying in there and then have somebody touching on my face. It feels so nice.
Okay, I'm going to stop there. I love that she goes and gets facials. That to me just, for her, especially not necessarily being so into skincare in a way of knowing all the ingredients in her serums, for example, and just she's able to try lots of different things all the time. The fact that she is on occasion getting a regular facial, working with an esthetician, I'm sure that just helps keep things in check, and it's such a treat and so relaxing. And also that esthetician can kind of knows what's happening with her skin in that moment, because our skin is always changing and we do go through different periods with our skin. So that esthetician could maybe suggest specific serums that will suit her right then, etc. And the water thing, I totally get. I'm in the middle of trying to do this water challenge that I set for myself, and that is always a struggle to get the water in.
The one thing that I do is I cover my pillow with something satiny because the cotton dries out my hair and my face. So it's part of the reason why I put so much stuff on my face at night, and particularly the Camellia Oil, is because the pillowcases will dry out my face, especially when I'm traveling at hotels, because, their soap isn't the same soap I use on my sheets. For me, the one other way to protect my face is to sleep on something satiny. This I recently came across. This was in a gift bag at an event I went to. It is Eve Lom's Radiance Face Mist. I just sprayed it on my face just to see what it was like. And I liked it because it made it feel like everything was sealed in. So it makes my face feel like it tightens up a little bit in a good way. Next. Okay, it's a lot, but it's fine. So you just take your magazine and you fan it. Sometimes I rub it in too. Yeah.
Okay, well, I would say with the face mist, it's a little unusual for me, and for my skin anyway, to go on top of the oil. It's not going to hurt anything per se because she has the oil there. Typically, say with a moisturizer or things like that, if you're putting the face mist over it, it's not really going to do the same thing. I would instead use that face mist earlier in the routine before the serums or in between the serums. When your skin is damp, it actually helps the serums to absorb better into your skin. Not that there's anything wrong with this, it's just putting it over the oil. I don't know that it's going to get the same benefit of putting it underneath the oil. But once more, it's working for her, so I'm talking about for everybody else.
The last thing I use every night, I have very short eyelashes. I was introduced to Lash Food by Cassandra Gray of Violet Gray. This was a very popular item on their site. And so I feed my lashes at night. It definitely has helped them grow, so I don't always have to wear fake lashes, especially if I'm doing quick makeup. And then if I feel like my brows are a little thin or whatever, I give a little taste of the Lash Food. And last but not least, this is also new to my routine. I tend to use any kind of balm before I go to bed, but not all balms are created equal. And I finally discovered that Glossier's mintbalm.com, it just feels so yummy on my lips. And there you have it. I'm ready for bed. I know I look a little shiny, but mommy's gonna look real sweet in the morning. Okay, so that is my nighttime routine.
So this was great just to watch. I mean, look, she has great skin. You know, the things I would really urge for her, it's really more for me just thinking she would love, based on how much she loves serums and sensory experiences and the nice facials and things like that, I would love if she would just try an oil-based balm. Put that balm on, let it work, and, you know, I think the makeup, that part is going to come off so much quicker, even than the makeup wipe. And then I think she would absolutely love the best cleanser I've ever tried, which I've just talked about forever, because, you know, pretty much any skin type can tolerate it really well, is the Crave Beauty Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. I think she would love that because of the texture of it. It's the jelly consistency. It's so soothing on the skin. And that after the oil cleanser, I think she would just love it. But otherwise, you know, I think it's awesome that she gets to see estheticians, that she tries different things, that she knows her skin well, especially someone like her with the normal skin type. She's able to tolerate a lot. She's in touch with what her skin needs, it seems like. She's not overdoing anything. So that's awesome. We love you, Retta. I love you. I enjoy watching Retta so much, and I am definitely going to go in and binge watch that season 3 of Good Girls. All 3 seasons are on Netflix. And thank you so much for watching. This was so much fun to do. And I would love to see her morning routine. So maybe that's like Vogue. No, yeah. Maybe Vogue does those. Maybe Vogue can give Retta a call, and let's hook that up. I want to see what she does in the morning. So anyway, well, everyone have a great day wherever you are, and I hope to see you in my next video. If you liked this video, give it a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.